All right, next up is Mahek. Like, don't give a heck.
Don't give a heck. What the heck?
What the heck? You have a business.
I do.
Called OnDelta, and it's Lambda School for Growth Hacking and Marketing. And so I've heard this idea a couple of times. For people who don't know, what is Lambda School? What is special and unique about that, and how did that inspire you to do OnDelta?
Yeah, so OnDelta, we're a growth marketing school, and it's free for our students up front. And what that does is it hedges the students' risk in having to pay money to get an education. And we take on that risk. So if we do a good job and help them learn what they need to know to get a job, we take 15% of their salary.
In perpetuity?
For 2 years.
Yeah, the opposite of in perpetuity. Yes. So what is the average salary of somebody coming out of your school?
Between 50 to 60K.
Got it. So 15% of that over 2 years would be?
About 15K.
15K. And is it a virtual school or an in-person school?
It's virtual. We are currently conducting classes on Zoom.
Great. How many people have gone through the program?
So we just launched in September. We have 10 students going through the program, and we've had 600 students apply.
10 students went through the program.
Are currently going through.
Currently going through. And how many weeks is the program?
3 months.
3 months.
12 weeks.
And when they come out of the school, you're going to help them find jobs, or they're just on their own?
Yeah. So we've developed relationships with hiring partners. So currently all of the students going through the program are also interviewing for jobs. We've already placed 2. And yeah, we're doing hiring partners as well.
So for people who don't know, this ISA,
yes, income sharing
agreements are becoming very popular. They're a little bit polarizing because people are like, oh my God, you're going to take people's salaries? Isn't that like horrific? We're going back to sharecroppers or something like that. And then you go, yeah, but they would only get that 15% for 2 years, not in perpetuity. And they only get it if the person successfully is employed. In other words, if the person comes for free, you lose money on that individual, probably thousands of dollars, teaching them. If they don't get a job, you lost that money. If they do get a job, it's capped what they're going to send you.
Exactly. So
Is there an actual cap on dollar amount?
There is.
Which is what?
21K.
Okay, so you're being incredibly generous with this. I would just keep it at 15% and have it be uncapped, but...
Yeah, so we're partnered with Leaf, and they manage our income share agreements. And whenever we were going through their process of signing up and creating our contracts, we actually originally had it at 30K, but there's a lot of laws being passed now around income share agreements. And to stop us taking advantage of the students.
Great. So more regulation
yes.
on the people who are innovating and providing better value than these predatory schools, as well as the schools that are lauded universally and then put students 200 or 300K in debt. So literally you have one group of people who are saying, I'll defer any compensation for myself in exchange for a capped amount of the salary, which would be the perfect market system. It's literally the perfect capitalistic market-based solution because the person doing the training, you, has to take on all the risk, which means you are not going to let people into the program who don't take it seriously, right?
Absolutely.
And you only take 1% of the people who apply or 2%?
So yeah, so we just launched. So we're now just trying to figure out how to start scaling things up to where we can start accepting more students.
People are like, education can't be solved. People say housing can't be solved. These are going to be very easy to solve.
Yeah, I think it's just teaching people what they need to know to get a job.
Yeah. Like literally, there are people who think the government should pay $200,000 to send them to school. And it's like,
it just doesn't
you'll never make that money back.
Also, what they're teaching in marketing school right now, we have a kid who was going through our program, got a bachelor's degree in marketing, and learned billboards.
Billboards.
Yeah, how do you put things up on billboards and partnerships? Yeah. And it doesn't make any sense whenever you think about even Facebook ads and actually how much it's changing the market and how people are selling things.
So what's your big challenge?
Biggest challenge is I'm a solo founder, so it's just me. I'm teaching 6 hours a day right now. I studied computer science. I'm also doing development for our tech. I'm doing our hiring partner relationships.
Where are you based?
Here in San Francisco.
Okay.
And
Do you ever think of becoming a venture capitalist? An associate? No. Haven't thought about that?
Not really. But
not interesting to you?
I mean, maybe, but I think the thing that I'm really excited about is I studied computer science, and I dropped out after 2 years because I just didn't see it working for me. I didn't want to go work and sit behind a desk at a big tech company. And the way I learned was by working.
Yeah.
And I took up contract gigs, and I built up a 6-figure agency over 4 years.
Amazing.
And I now want to help other people break out of the norm and do things that they want to do.
Okay. Being short-staffed is a bummer. Did any of the 10 people going through the course pay in advance? Because Lambda gives people the ability you can pay $20,000, or I think you're capped at 40 or 50. What are they capped at?
So I think Lambda is $15K up front.
Yeah.
We offer $12K up front.
Did anybody take that?
We've had a couple of students that are interested that I think might be doing that in January.
Great. So what I would do is I would say we're going to have 10 spots, 5 paid, 5 deferred, and just keep yourself to that.
Okay.
This way you at least have some money to live on and then to hire a second person. And you can just be explicit with people. We have 7 on the deferred and 3 on paid. Well, we have 5 deferred, 2 discounted, 3 full fare. When we finish each of those slots up, because we think that's the most, socially appropriate way to do this, and we care about, people having access to this education. So a full half of the slots go for free, 2 are discounted or combo, and 3 are full fare. And just don't be afraid to make a little money here and do a little good.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing for us is I have money saved up from running my agency. So for me, I can pay my salary, and that's not a really big problem. I think right now it's I don't have enough to pay for bringing on someone else full time for 12 months. So now I'm just trying to think through, I don't think we're ready to raise a seed, and I don't really want to either until 6-7 months from now. So the thing that I'm trying to focus on is what are those things that we need to do to set ourselves and put ourselves in a place to where we can scale. Yeah,
I mean, the other option is to go to an accelerator. That's a quick way to put $100K in the bank and get back to work. So I would look at that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Well done. I think it's fascinating. And I'm hiring an associate right now. Okay. Nice to have met you. Give her a big round of applause.
Thank you.